congratulations on that.
Thank you,
man. My question is, as far as like where R&B is now, what do you think of the state of R&B, just music itself? Like, is it like certain people you listening to like just heavy right now, or do you think R&B is in a good place just musically?
Absolutely.
So before I have the same question, but I kind of want to put mine in with his. So same thing, but do you think the business has anything to do with that, like affecting the sound of R&B? Because as times change, the business changes. Like, do you think that has something to do with it as well?
Yes. So answer your question. I'm not going to say that my word is bond. So please, if you are watching this, I am a nobody.
Oh my goodness. Stop this.
No. My views are my own. But at the same time, they're not. I would say my personal experience is this. My favorite R&B sounds right now are coming from independent artists.
Makes sense.
Make your own correlation.
Yeah, he said, yo, go from there.
Yeah.
That is just my personal opinion. A lot of the things that I'm hearing, that I'm listening to, there are maybe only like a couple of artists that are signed that I'm like, you got that thing. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But for the most part, a lot of the music that I'm listening to are from indie artists, if they're not signed to major labels with like a lot of power. A lot of these people still have lots of creative control. So I say that to answer your question. To answer your question, I do think that R&B is like this has been a very good year for R&B.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care what nobody says. If you are having trouble finding good R&B music, it's because you're simply blind and you're not looking for it. Exactly. It's literally right there. From the most notable artists to people like me who just like creeping in the underground scene. Like, it's so much good music out there to be held and to be on, like, and to really listen to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do think that the best of the best comes from artists who are like still in the realm of like creating their own sounds and like have a hand in, not to say that they like me and just don't have a team at all. Like, because that's a different situation. But those artists who are still like boots to ground in the trenches in their own work, and we, like, y'all know industry, that's not the same for everybody. Most of these really, really big artists are just coming to the studio and doing what people are telling them to do.
Right.
Right. And no shade, hell, one day I hope to do that. I want to pull up to the studio and be like, this is what you're singing. Wonderful. Let's do it. But for the most part, the music that I love is coming from people who are really like grinding and putting that work in. Yeah. R&B is absolutely not dead. It is alive and well. And if you are saying that it's dead and you're not really finding any good R&B, it's too much R&B music. I was listening to a playlist yesterday and I'm like, I don't even know half these people. And these people dropped this year and this music is good. Like, I'm getting put on to a new R&B artist, whether it be traditional R&B, whether it be R&B and soul, whether it be this new alternative R&B way. Like, there's so many, and I love that all of these new subgenres of R&B are popping up too. Because it can be hard for a lot of the newer artists to like really place themselves in traditional R&B, right? Like, y'all know traditional R&B is very like almost not a thing anymore. There's all of these little fusions and little sub pockets and subgenres within the larger genre of R&B. Exactly. So I love that there is like this space or these little spaces being curated for people to say, oh, I mean, it's not traditional R&B, but it's like it has, that vibe. So we're just going to put it in there and you just kind of figure out where you belong, and maybe you're creating a lane within the genre. So I appreciate that as well. I think it's given a lot more of us time and room to really get into the genre and be impactful and like throw our contributions in there without saying like this is traditional R&B.
Yeah, and I wholeheartedly agree with it because I think subgenres, even when we discuss hip hop, there's so many different subgenres. There's experimental hip hop, there's 90s hip hop, there's hardcore hip hop. So I think that's what makes people be like, okay, this specific thing is dead, but you're absolutely right. You just have to sift through and find what you're wanting to hear and what you want to look for. Who were some of your favorite R&B artists that came, or like what were some of your favorite R&B projects that came out this year?
Okay, just Jalen Josie, Southern Delicacy.
Put me on, please.
Amazing project. I saw Jalen back in February. She opened for Ari Lennox, and I was blown away. Like I was so hooked from that moment. Like she performed the single that she had just dropped, which was one of the singles from the project that she dropped later on in the year. And the whole album from top to bottom, beautiful project. She has an amazing voice. Her style, her swag is everything. Love Jalen Josie's project. Of course, Victoria Monet. Incredible. Of course,
killing it.
Incredible. Absolutely killing it. Kenyon Dixon, Grammy nominated Kenyon Dixon. Now it's so cool to like see him from like SoundCloud days to now.
It's crazy.
Out here really doing his thing. There's so many projects that dropped this year. I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the
Jalen Josie project was really good.
Absolutely. I want to check that out.
Absolutely. I know me and Tim, we've been on like Naomi Sharon's music.
Man, Naomi Sharon, man.
Put me on.
Yes, bro. I'm hooked. Do you like Sade?
Yes.
You gonna love Naomi Sharon.
Yeah, that's all we gotta say.
She just signed to OVO.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hope Drake doesn't, like, you know, Drake, he be kind of shaky sometimes with his artists. So like, I hope he don't, hope he does right by her.
Yeah, she's too talented to not go to the heights that I think she's gonna go to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
her and Cleo Soul.
Cleo Soul.
Yes, she has an amazing project.
Yes,
perfection.
Yeah, amazing project.